Hey guys, we have this iPhone 6s here. It was water damaged. It's not turning on, not charging, nothing, no signs of life. So customers brought it in to us to see if we can repair it and also get the data off of the phone. So in some cases with water damage, we can also repair the device, but in most cases, I'd say it is just for data recovery. But let's switch the overhead camera here. This is the board. You can see corrosion here, here, some here. So let's switch to the microscope view. Get a closer look, see what we're dealing with. Alright, so we can see quite a bit of corrosion. None really on the side here. Okay. So I'm going to start by just cleaning this off. I'm going to put the board into a fixture. I'm going to remove both these stickers. Give it a little bit of heat so that we can peel these stickers off. Not looking too good here. This phone has seen better days. Okay, so now just gonna use some 99% isopropyl alcohol. I'm just gonna clean the entirety of the board. Right off. So we see some definitely unhealthy caps here, burnt caps here. I believe those are on VCC main. Some more here. Other than that, got some stuff going on down here. So the next thing I'm going to do here is switch the overhead cam view and grab a test screen. We're going to check how much power the device is pulling. Alright, so I have a test screen connected. I'm going to hook up power. So the moment I enable power, we have a leak somewhere on the board, so we're drawing 100 milliamps. So we do have a short somewhere. So I'm going to disconnect our screen here. We're gonna grab the thermal camera, see if we can identify where the 100 milliamps is showing up on the board. thermal view. And outputting power. So we could see here in the top section of the board where our short is. Right, now I can switch back over to the microscope view. Now I'm going to pull up ZXW. Alright, so U4000. That is our display driver boost IC. Okay, so chestnut. Right, so I remove U4000 from the board and check if that has relieved our short. Okay. Just running 360 degrees Celsius and 50 airflow. We're just holding the chip. Oh. It will release from the board as soon as the solder reaches melting temperature. You see a little bit of corrosion beneath the chip there. And if we look on the bottom side of the chip, it's definitely corroded. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, just add some no melt paste. Just clean off the area. Next thing we can do, once we give the board a second to cool down, is we're going to test on DC power again and see if our short is relieved. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and output voltage again. Short is relieved. It looks like we're getting a normal boot sequence. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to reinstall Chestnut. But before I do, let's take quick dial mode readings beneath the chip. Let's check in ZXW. So we have our readings here. Right. So everything looks good so far. Okay, we have perfect diode mode readings beneath the chestnut. So now we will reinstall a new chip in its place. So we know A1 is on the bottom right pad. So let's check our new chip here. See the dot. We have to orientate it like so. Drop some flux. Okay. Okay, so we have chestnut now installed onto the board, brand new IC chip. Accelerate the cooling of the board here. Grab our test screen. Yeah. Let's prompt to boot and see what we get here. Okay, so we have Apple logo, 300 milliamps, 400, 500, 7, 8. So it looks like a normal boot sequence. Let's see if we can get to the passcode screen. Perfect. So got to the passcode screen here. Everything's functional. Phone's fully repaired. We'll probably go through and check those other caps and replace them if they're not looking too good, because that could mean they're on their way out. But other than that, looks like this phone will be a full data recovery and repair. Just gonna turn off the light. Alright, cool. Yeah, so this phone came in water damaged. It's completely dead. There's no signs of life. We did an initial visual inspection on the board. We found multiple signs of corrosion, so we cleaned it all off, and then using DC power, we noticed there was immediate leakage of 100 milliamps. So using ThermalCam, we identified it as being the chestnut IC, which the display IC chip. We pulled the chip and saw it was corroded, so we cleaned the area, replaced the chip, and the phone booted right up and it's working fine. Since the client also wants this device repaired, in addition to data recovery, we're going to do a one-over on the damaged caps we've seen earlier, and replace the ones that don't look good, so that we can have a robust repair in addition to data recovery on this device. So yeah, it's a successful job. Thanks for watching.